Well, here she is. My new Honda CMX 1100 Rebel, and I'm taking her for the maiden voyage. It's interesting, you have to hit the kill switch to start the bike. And I'm going to run it in rain mode. Just because it's safer, I suppose. Okay. Bon voyage. Ooh, that transmission clunks in beautifully. Oh, this thing is a brute. It didn't take long to get to 100 Ks in fourth gear. And this is in rain mode and it really wants to pull. This bike has tons of power. I can hardly wait to try it on normal and sport mode, but taking it easy. I haven't even scrubbed the tires in yet. I'm looking for a parking lot. I think I might stop in Lakefield and do a couple of slow turns. This thing really rumbles. I thought the exhaust would be, and everybody's buying louder exhausts. I don't know why. This thing has got a really nice growl to it. I'm definitely going to have to soften the rear suspension. Every little dimple in the road, you can almost feel the tar snakes when you go over them. It's pretty hard right now. So, but it's got a very adjustable rear suspension, so that should be not difficult to change that up. It's a totally different feel than the Magna in that my hands, I'm reaching farther forward, which I don't really like. I'm sure I'll get used to it. It's a lot more like the Boulevard, where I'm reaching forward, whereas in the Magna my hands are back here and I'm more upright. But I think this has got a more of a sporty stance. You're kind of bent at the waist forward more, which is unlike a cruiser. And I can see how the guys with long legs would find the gas tank a little too wide where your knees go. But I'm not having a problem with that. I kind of like it. The Boulevard's got a really wide tank, and I'm used to hugging the tank with my knees. I'm going to rev it up to the lights. Give it a bit of RPMs. Man, this thing is quick. And I'm still in rain mode. My goodness. I thought the Magna was quick. Nice to know what gear you're in. This is a first for me. Only bike I've ever had with a gear indicator. I'm really liking the clutch. I'll let this guy pass me so I can vary my speed without irritating him. You watch, he'll stay behind me. I'm only going 80 kilometers an hour. He'll get bored with that and he'll pass me. There he goes. Wow. Oh my goodness. Did you see how fast I was going? Oh boy. Okay. I could get in trouble with this bike. Well, I can say I'm not overdressed. It's 19 degrees. I don't have my leather vest on, but I have the liner in my jacket and I have my chaps on, so it's quite comfortable actually. And my buddy Brent lent me some rechargeable heated glove liners that my other half laughs at and says they look like ladies' evening gloves. But I've tried them out, but I was going to bring them on this trip, but I don't really need it at 19 degrees. Whoa. I gotta swing into Lakefield. I just saw a video about, or was it just an ad, for a device that will put your brakes on when you decelerate, because a lot of guys are getting hit from behind because they're using engine braking and their brake lights are not coming on. It's not available for this bike yet because it's so new, but I'm thinking of getting one. Also, I saw a product you can get, it mounts on your helmet. It's like a brake light on the back of your helmet, and it comes on when you decelerate as well, and that might be a thing to have, because so often I know with the Boulevard I used a lot of engine braking to the point where a buddy followed me over to Minden, and we were going on a group ride, and he said, "Dave, your brake light doesn't work." So I tried it. Yeah, it's working fine. He says, "I didn't see it." And I said, I very rarely use my brakes. I use engine braking more. So something to keep in mind, I guess. Here we are in lovely Lakefield, Eastern Ontario, in the heart of the Kawarthas. Beautiful March 23rd. As we get further north into Bancroft, you'll see a lot of snow on the ground because it's only the second day of spring, and we usually get snow right up till, well, we can get snow right into April, right into May actually. Doesn't hang around for long. A lot of the videos I've been watching, the guys on YouTube that have been riding their Rebels, there's been a lot of snow around, so they're, in snowy parts of the US. I don't think I've seen any Canadian guys on their CMX 1100s yet, but they only got 3 in the dealer I bought mine from just now, and it one red one and 2 black ones. One's a DCT. I am really enjoying this bike. It took me a bit of getting used to. Because the seating position and the leg position is quite foreign to me. I thought it would be quite like the here's a Boulevard. I thought it would be quite like the Magna, but the seat is quite a bit lower. Maybe the new padded seat will lift me up another, I don't know, 10 millimeters, quarter of an inch, if that makes any difference. Until you get used to it, the clutch is kind of grabby. I'm sure I'll get used to it. I love the sound of this bike. I'm not putting an aftermarket exhaust on it. I'll leave the big ugly one on. Bike has character that way. There's neutral. There's the kickstand. It's tiny. Oh yeah. You gotta shut it off with a kill switch, I guess. That'll take a while to get used to. So there she is. Isn't she beautiful? Wow. It's only the 3rd bike I've had with a chain. Started out with a Honda 50 and went to a Trail 125, then a 185 Twin Star, 750 Magna, Boulevard, another 750 Magna, and now this baby. Okay, here we are in Woodview, well, very close to Woodview, north of Lakefield, and I've just gone through standard mode, and oh my goodness. Now I've just switched it into sport mode. Might scare the hell out of me. But I'm going to try it in sport mode, and I might pull off and put it back into standard mode, because in standard mode it was scary fast. But I'm really getting used to the bike, so let's check it out. Here we go. Sport mode. Can't see around the truck. There we go. Ambulance. Okay, we're good. Stay off the sand. Oh my. It wanted to pull the wheel off the... It wanted to do a wheelie in 2nd. Almost wants to do one in 3rd. Oh, this is insane. That was in 4th gear. This bike is crazy in sport mode. I mean crazy fast. And it just pulls at every RPM. I'm really going to like that fairing, because I'm not used to riding without a windshield and having all that blast of air at 100 kilometers an hour blowing at you. It's really tiring on a long ride. I don't know how some guys do it, but they do. I guess they're a lot younger and a lot stronger in their upper body than I am. I'm going to have to maybe lift weights or something. I'm surprised how much noise this engine makes. I thought it'd be quiet like the Magna, but it's not. It's quite growly. Yeah, with the suspension set the way it is, you feel every little ripple in the road. So I think I'm going to soften it a wee bit. But man, oh man, they call this a cruiser? This is the sportiest cruiser I've ever seen. It doesn't take you long to get to 120 clicks. There's fifth. There's fourth. Whoa! I thought the Magna was quick. Some guys on the internet are saying that this is almost as quick as a V65. I always wanted a V65, but I couldn't find one in really good shape like my V45. But now, if this isn't as quick as a V65, I don't think I want one. This bike is crazy fast. That was in sport mode. Looks like it's got Dunlop. I love the way this is stamped right into the metal. Isn't that neat? Dunlop. Blacked out, so it's hard to... See, this is what I love about the Honda Rebel 1100. It's got that smaller front tire. It's a lot more nimble. That's what I didn't like about the Bonneville. It had that big fat front tire, and so does the Indian Scout. A D428F. It's a much sportier tire than I have on the Magna and the Boulevard. I see I've already got some dirt on the exhaust. That is one blacked out bike. It'll be neat once I get the fairing and the backrest and the saddlebags on rear. I'll be all ready for touring. Be interesting to see how this video is. It's a totally different sound with the visor open and closed. That is one big fat tire on the back, isn't it? Wow. And the bike was in the parking lot. It looks small. It actually does look small. But I'm getting really used to riding it after being on it for about an hour, not quite an hour, on and off, stopping and cooling. Let's see if the fan comes on. It was on in Lakefield. Can't hear it for the road noise. No, it doesn't sound like it's running now, so I was getting good cooling. I think it heated up when I was riding slowly into Lakefield through traffic. So it looks, it appears that rad fan's going to come on quite a lot because it's a very small rad in proportion to how many cc's the displacement of this bike. So it'll be really interesting. Okay, here we are at Eels Creek Park. It's a mess because pigs throw their garbage on the ground in the wintertime, and when the snow melts, there's all the garbage. And there's a creek over there, but you wouldn't know it because it's frozen. And we're on Highway 28, heading to Bancroft. And I'll check back in when I get there. Okay, this is our first of many videos I'm going to do on this bike. And there I am, in the gas tank. talk to you all later.